Hi everyone, my name is Ana Carolina Malveira Ferreira, and this work was developed together with Professor Adler Diniz de Souza at the Federal University of Itajubá, Brazil. In this presentation, I will introduce an AI-supported client discovery and lead qualification pipeline designed to assist independent web designers during early-stage interactions with potential clients. Our proposal combines conversational AI, lead qualification based on an ideal customer profile, and workflow automation to support more informed and structured decision making before a web development project begins. Independent web designers often need to perform many roles, including marketing, customer communication, requirement elicitation, and project planning. The first conversations with potential clients usually happen under considerable uncertainty. At this stage, information is often incomplete, requirements are ambiguous, budgets are unclear, and project expectations may not yet be aligned. As a result, designers must make important decisions without having enough information. This motivated us to investigate how artificial intelligence could support these critical early interactions and reduce uncertainty during client discovery. In practice, client discovery and lead qualification are frequently informal and highly subjective processes. Designers usually rely on experience and intuition to decide whether a project is a good fit. This creates several challenges, including incomplete requirements, misaligned expectations, inconsistent lead qualification, and limited decision support. Although AI has been extensively studied in design and software development, very little research has explored its use for supporting client discovery and lead qualification. This research gap motivated the development of our proposed solution. Existing AI applications already support several activities, including graphic design, user experience evaluation, content generation, and software development. However, early stage client interactions remain largely unexplored. Very few studies investigate how AI can support requirement elicitation, evaluate client fit, or assist decision making before a project officially begins. Therefore, there is still a lack of systematic AI supported approaches for client discovery from a human AI decision support perspective. Our work aims to address exactly this gap. Based on this gap, our study investigates the following research questions. How does an AI supported client discovery and lead qualification pipeline influence designers' decision making during early stage client interactions? To evaluate this question, we consider three dimensions. The first is decision confidence, the second is the clarity of client requirements, the third is perceived effort. Together, these dimensions help us understand whether the proposed pipeline improves both decision quality and the overall interaction process. This research follows the design science research methodology. First, we identify the practical problem related to informal client discovery and inconsistent lead qualification. Next, we design and implemented an AI supported pipeline as the research artifact. We then conduct an exploratory evaluation with specialists to collect both quantitative and qualitative feedback. Finally, the evaluation results were used to refine the artifact through iterative improvements. This approach ensures that the research produces both scientific knowledge and a practical solution. The proposed pipeline consists of six integrated stages. First, conversational AI interacts with the potential client. Second, the collected information is organized into a structured profile. Third, the lead is evaluated using an ideal customer profile and a lead scoring mechanism. Fourth, AI generates diagnostic information that supports the designer's decision. Fifth, the system creates proposal artifacts, including website mockups. Finally, workflow automation coordinates CRM activities and follow up actions. Throughout the entire process, the designer remains responsible for the final solutions, for the final decisions. The client discovery stage transforms an informal conversation into structured project information. During the interaction, the conversational AI identifies business goals, target audience, desired features, budget constraints, and project timelines. This information is automatically organized into a structured client profile. The system also generates a diagnostic summary highlighting opportunities, possible risks, and missing information. As a result, designers begin the qualification process with a much clearer understanding of the client's needs. After collecting the client's information, the pipeline performs lead qualification. The evaluation is based on an ideal customer profile that considers business fit, project requirements, budget compatibility, engagement level, and project timing. These criteria are combined into a lead score that classifies each opportunity as high fit, medium fit, or low fit. Rather than replacing human judgment, this process provides consistent decision support and helps designers prioritize the most promising opportunities. An important characteristic of our approach is that artificial intelligence supports but never replaces human decision making. The pipeline generates structured requirements, qualification reports, and preliminary website mockups. Based on these artifacts, the designer can decide whether to proceed with the project, request additional information, or reject the lead. The exploratory evaluation suggests that this approach increases decision confidence, improves requirement clarity, and reduces the effort required to organize client information. The proposed solution was implemented as a modular architecture composed of multiple AI agents and orchestration services. The conversational AI performs information collection and qualification. Workflow automation is handled through an integration platform as a service. Additional modules generate visual proposals, store project information, and support CRM activities. External services such as Google Drive, Gmail, and Google Sheets are integrated into the workflow, creating an automated yet flexible ecosystem for client management. Once lead qualification has been completed, the orchestration layer automatically coordinates the remaining activities. These include specialist notifications, proposal delivery, CRM updates, and document generation. Workflow automation reduces repetitive operational tasks while preserving human control over important decisions. This integration allows designers to focus more on understanding clients and making strategic decisions instead of performing administrative work. We conducted an exploratory pretest involving three specialists with experience in web development. Participants interacted with the proposed pipeline and completed structured questionnaires using 5 point Likert scales. The result showed high scores for clarity of requirements with a mean of 4.6. Decision confidence achieved a mean score of 3.7, while perceived effort received 3.5. Although the sample is small, these preliminary findings indicate that the pipeline improves project understanding and supports more confident decision making. Future work will focus on expanding both the evaluation and the functionality of the proposed pipeline. Planned activities include larger empirical studies with professional web designers, refinement of the ideal customer profile, dashboard based monitoring, and comparison between ICP based qualification and alternative conversational approaches. We also intend to improve explainability and transparency so that designers better understand how qualification decisions are generated. These improvements will strengthen both the scientific validation and the practical adoption of the proposed system. In conclusion, this work proposes and evaluates an AI supported client discovery and lead qualification pipeline designed for web development. The proposed solution frames client discovery as a human AI decision support problem and demonstrates how conversational AI, lead scoring, and workflow automation can work together to improve early stage interactions. Our exploratory evaluation provides preliminary evidence that the pipeline improves requirement clarity, increases decision confidence, and supports more structured client qualification. We believe this research contributes to human AI collaboration by helping designers make better decisions while keeping human fully responsible for the final outcome. Thank you very much for your attention.